Life in a Year.
If you are searching for another touching and painful movie, then search no further. The gentility and sincerity of true and pure love will surely melt your heart away. When I saw the thriller, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was glad I made out time to see. I am sure you will enjoy it also. Jaden Smith plays the lead role in this movie as a very smart, talented and focused young chap, on a mission to be the best at all he does to please his father. He was also on the waiting list to gain admission to Harvard. However, everything vanishes into the thin air when Jaden meets this pretty young girl who had given up on love. Suddenly, he finds out she only has a year to live, and he was determined to give her all she ever dreamt of or imagined all in that 1 year. Make sure you stay till the very end. This is an inspiring story as she ended up changing Jaden's life for good. Groomed to get into Harvard by his father Xavier, DARYN meets a girl named Isabelle one night while trying to sneak into a rapper's concert and is instantly drawn to her. He courts and eventually falls in love with her, but when DARYN confesses his love, Isabelle reveals that she has cancer and doesn't have much time left. So, DARYN makes a plan to live a life in a year. Isabelle recognizes his potential as a rapper and helps him to make his first demo CD. When DARYN takes her to meet his parents, Xavier, disliking Isabelle, uses the moment to fire questions at her. He concludes by saying it is his responsibility to protect his son from distractions, such as girls, especially those like Isabelle. Feeling offended and rejected, Isabelle and her drag queen, parental figure Phil leave and DARYN is left alone and depressed. A few days later, DARYN is shortlisted at Harvard and he attends his interview with his father. When asked what skills and abilities he has, he loses himself to memories of Isabelle. To his father's disappointment, he ends up saying worthless things and excuses himself. Later at home, DARYN quarrels with his father and is almost punched by him, but his mother intervenes and stops the fight. DARYN goes to Isabelle and apologizes, deciding to abandon his family and leave town with Isabelle. The two spend days together, and one day DARYN tries to surprise her by driving her to her mother's. He convinces her to talk with her, but when she does, her mother recognizes her but tells her to leave. Feeling rejected, Isabelle asks DARYN to drive away. While driving, an upset Isabelle starts yelling and shouting at DARYN, distracting him so he crashes into a bush near the beach. When Isabelle gets out, she becomes unconscious. DARYN calls for help and manages to get Isabelle to the hospital. A few days after Isabelle is discharged, her mother comes to visit but soon leaves. DARYN's mother discovers that he is back in town and decides to see them. Isabelle suggests that DARYN take a break from taking care of her just for the day, as his mother is around. DARYN uses the opportunity to record his second song. When DARYN gets back, he finds his mother panicking and Isabelle on the floor, unconscious and bleeding through her mouth. They get her to the hospital and there, they discover that Isabelle's cancer has spread and her organs are shutting down. The nurse concludes by saying that Isabelle has only a few weeks left. Soon after Isabelle is discharged, she surprises DARYN with a wedding. They get married and consummate their love. Isabelle passes away a short time later. DARYN reconciles with his father and moves to New York City to pursue a career in music after graduating.